Hey Guild, Laramie here with a quick video. I apologize if the video isn't that polished. I kind of wanted to get it to you quickly, so I'll make it up to you via Rare Pepe. We have some goals for this video and a few things to talk about, so I'll try to break it into two parts for you. The first part is info for every last person in the guild, and the second part is only directed to those in the Gilneas RP. So if you aren't in the Gilneas RP, feel free to tune out at the second half. First, we're going to go over some announcements, upcoming goals, announce the contest winner, draw a new contest theme, and talk about how to participate in the contest if you want to in the future. And then the second half, we'll be talking about the Gilneas maps and the next RP adventure. Okay, so let's get started. I wanted to say welcome to all the new faces that we've met today. Without our members, we don't have nearly as much fun as we'd like to, so thank you for joining us and populating our events. It's not the same without you guys. And if you're new and you haven't yet, please read the post, I'm in the guild now what. It'll tell you everything that you need to know about being a member here. So this Tumblr page will become your lifeline. It has everything on it. Guys, we broke 100 members today. While quality is definitely more important than quantity, we can't deny that it's really awesome to see our pool of friends grow with us. So definitely welcome. And I want to announce our newest ambassador, Leona, who is serving us as our Night Elf ambassador. For those of you who are new, our ambassadors are leaders who participate in the Gilneas RP. To be an ambassador, you need to have a lot of RP experience, lore knowledge, be able to display integrity, punctuality. It's really a great thing to be an ambassador, but we actually need more of them. So we're calling on anyone who's interested. Please speak with me or the other ambassadors. Within the WoW lore, each race has its own culture, its own goals, its own approach to problem solving. So, occupying Gilneas is really a big endeavor, and ambassadors hold a very big part in that, and influencing the way that we move forward. So they'll host special in-character meetings once a month, exclusive to their race, and they kind of discuss what they want from the guild, how they want to help, draw up terms, talk about guild politics, and kind of keep everyone up to date on current events. So lore knowledge does play a big part in this. Here is a list of our current ambassadors and the openings available. Our human ambassador is Caddis, and our night elf, of course, is Leona. So definitely report to both of them if you want to take part in the ambassador meetings that happen on the first of the month. They'll be able to tell you where you're supposed to meet them and when, because their schedules might vary a little bit. We do try to keep all of those on the same day. If you have any questions while you're playing, look on the guild roster if I'm not on. If you see an ambassador, ask them. The chances are they know, or they know a way to help you find the information that you need. Also, if Spanish or French is your first language and you're interested in hosting events or raids in your native language, please let me know. We want to accommodate when and where we can. So our goals for this month as a guild are as follows. We are close to hitting the achievement working as a team and working better as a team. These are the achieves needed to unlock the heirloom pants, so I'd like to see if we can hit that together. Another challenge I have for you guys is to make better use of the guild calendar. I host events every single day and in some cases twice a day. My routine consists of me waking up and maintaining my personal life, and when my Google Calendar goes off, I know that I have an event coming up for the guild. I'll sometimes turn on my phone and look in the guild calendar to see if anyone's signed up at all. If I see even one person at all, that's on the event list for that day, I'll log in and fly to the event location. I'll wait for 15 minutes, just 15 minutes past the time that I specified on the event, and if not a soul shows, I log out and go about my day until the next event. I don't mind this routine. However, if I'm looking at a list of 5 people with confirmed by their name and no one shows up, that's not good. There's an option for every event to select tentative instead of confirmed. Tentative tells me I'd like to make it, but I can't guarantee that I can be there. Confirm tells me, Lara, I will be there for sure. I have an alarm set. I won't be late. And I commit to you that if I know I'll be late or need to cancel, that I will send you mail or use BNet Mobile to tell you that I will be late or cancel. Tentative is not a bad thing at all. Real life is important, and it should remain your priority. I don't care if you sign up as tentative for 10 things and not show up for those 10 things in a row. But if you're confirmed, that tells me I need to, be here to host that for you. Sometimes these events call for me to clear whole raids. Like I clear all of Kara every Thursday for the people who confirm, so we can RP a dinner party and a ball. So please try to accurately make use of the calendar if you can. One last thing to add to that, and we'll move on. I will not be getting in guild chat to announce when events begin. I do this because you folks pay $15 a month, in a lot of cases, to be here just to chill and play video games, And I know what it's like to be in a guild, sign up for something, and then just have a shitty day, the day of the event, then I just want to quest and instead, and, just be left alone. But, then I'll feel bad for missing the event, so I don't even log in. I love video games, and I want you guys to love your video games, and, I don't want to chase you down to guilt you into being social, so, I'm just going to wait at the event location, and those who want to join and have planned will arrive, and everyone else will continue to enjoy WoW in the way that they need to that day. If you need a reminder, set an alarm on your computer, or in-game, or on the phone. Real quick, some of you may see me online somewhere playing something other than WoW. If you're on a friends list of mine, keep in mind that, while I'm not in WoW, unless there's a question or emergency, I probably want to chit-chat about things outside of WoW because I'm clearing my headspace. I love adding people on certain games and social media, but I try to separate things so I'm a balanced person and I can be in an organized headspace for you guys. So let's get to the fun stuff. Cho Shin has done the judging for this month, and the winner for the July selfie screenshot contest is Jix. The theme was prettiest location, so congratulations. You'll be receiving 1K gold. It really was a hard choice, but I'll try to, send out a little prize to our runner-up as well, just to celebrate the participation. I'll post the winner on Tumblr, along with the honorable mentions. So let's draw for our next month's theme. Normally I do this whole thing where, I film the bowl and and my cat's with me. She's still here. Hi, kitty! You not gonna talk now? Oh, you bashful. Anyway, so I usually do the whole thing with the bowl and the hand and then, but I'm just gonna wing it today. It's late. Had a long day. Had to kick someone from the guild. We all saw that. Yeah, and I'll go over that real quick. If I kick somebody, that just means that I've gotten to the bottom of the issue and already dealt with it and, whatever. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So this suggestion was submitted by Ellen Wren. Ellen Wren? Yes, Ellen Wren. And so the theme for August is skydiving. Skydiving. So that's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I'm now sitting here racking my brain going, am I going to be able to make parachutes or something? I don't know. Who knows? I want to see what you dedicated RPers come up with. Skydiving. Awesome. Great. Okay, so get those submissions in by the deadline. We'll do another video just like this, hopefully more polished next time. If you have any theme suggestions, like I said, just send them to my character Laramie in-game, and they will go right into the bowl. I add to the bowl and then draw from it. I don't empty it, so everyone's theme should get a turn. So now we'll move on to part 2 of this video. If you're not a part of the Gilneas RP, feel free to tune out. You don't have to listen if you don't want. Okay, I want to formally introduce the maps that I've been working on for you guys. You may have seen them on Tumblr already, but I wanted to put them out there for you, and you can reference them again below. I'll delete the outdated ones and then, post new ones. So the one that's on the Tumblr should always be the relevant ones. I'm not going to spam you with all these maps and make you figure out which ones are new. This brings me to the RP adventure. We don't have a storyline in Gilneas that we follow. While it seems like we could have one now with so few people, eventually what's going to happen is, you know, we're going to have so many people in Gilneas at once. My dream is to have the entire city, you know, bustling all at one time. But that kind of RP, you know, can't be contained at, you know, at that level. So for those that want to be in my character's vicinity and help my character along her journey, you can certainly follow along with me, and that will be the story that I share. I want to write short fiction inspired loosely on Lyra's adventures in Gilneas, so you guys can follow along with some of the semblance of a guild story. People keep asking for that, and I keep saying, you know, we just kind of make it up as we go, and there are different groups of people, I don't know what they're doing, so that'll be just, you know, one facet of what's going on in Gilneas. If you have any sort of art or short fiction related to any of your characters, please share it. I'll ask that you avoid any sexual content, or that if the characters do become intimate, that you fade to black, so to speak, before a sex scene, per se. You know, we try to recruit adults, but there might be teenagers, and that's kind of a gray area. Let's just leave that alone if we can. You know, so together as artists, you know, maybe then we can kind of paint the picture of our guild lives in a way that represents as many characters as we can. I'm also going to post an event to retrieve some medical supplies and things of that nature in some of the nearby ships and the docks and things like that. So you can feel free to add some of the guild members who aren't necessarily in the Gilneas RP if, you know, you're confident in their RP ability and everything, you know. And that's another thing. We want to try to encourage our newer members to, you know, even if they aren't very practiced in RP, to challenge themselves to stay in character for as long as they can, at least until, you know, the end of the session. So I know we have a lot of, like I said, newer RPers, but that's one thing that's really important. If you're gonna show up to an event and try, you know, we gotta encourage them to stay in character for as long as they can. And so if you do invite them on this little adventure in Gilneas, they won't be lost as far as story or anything, but just make sure that the ones that are interested in challenging themselves and staying in character, those are the ones that we invite and kind of put at the front of the list, so to speak. For those of you who couldn't make it to last week's RP, what I'm about to do is recap for you, you know, in character what has happened in a summary up until now. As a group, Jix, myself, and Leona scouted the area and discussed, you know, the most secure areas to set up an infirmary and a headquarters. While it was decided that, you know, the Blackwall would be a really nice place for a headquarters, we still question how safe it might be for me, you know, in the event that someone were to wish me harm. So as it stands, the Blackwall does remain headquarters, but the mines look to be the go-to should we change the headquarters. So we will change the map if that does happen. The infirmary will be shared with the barracks area, which is in the center of the city. Out of character, I'd like to say that, you know, it is possible for me to log on to an alt on a normal server, begin a 40-man raid team, and, you know, phase 40 people into a normal server's version of Gilneas, which is completely, you know, devoid of any players, so that opens us up to use certain areas on the short term if we needed to. For example, like if we wanted to host a dinner or meet up for a funeral or a wedding in one of the more popular buildings like the manor or the cathedral, this would allow us to do so without interruption or risk of being RP'd over. That being said, I would like to know what you guys think about moving the headquarters to the mines. We kind of, you know, have a number of options there, but I want to hear what you guys think. And that about wraps things up for me. So I hope to see you all in-game. Send those submissions, like I said, again to me. And if you have any promising leads for more ambassadors, let me know, and we'll all sit down and have a chat. Be well, guys.